Hello, greetings, everyone. Uh, Welcome again to all those who are celebrating Ethiopian Christmas. Today, I'm talking about a very important issue, racism and police brutality in Germany. Today, United States of Africa joins Black Community Coalition for Justice and Self-Defense in remembrance of Oury Jalloh, a Sierra Leone refugee who was lynched by German police officers 17 years ago. It's just a similar incident like what happened to George Floyd, but till that, the family is crying for justice, and we are demanding accountability from German law enforcement. We demand that Black communities, wherever they are, to be given equal rights and recognition. We deserve equal human rights, and it's very important that we keep up the struggle and speak against these injustices. Oury Jalloh was brutally lynched in a German police station, in German police cell, and till now, there is nothing that has been done to hold those perpetrators accountable and to ensure that the family gets justice. This is grave injustice, and it just reflects the global nature of systematic racism against people of African descent. This has to come to an end, and we want to see a world which respects people of African descent and protects their human rights like any other race. For that reason, that's why United States of Africa uh, is advocating for unity of Africa, because without a unity, we'll continue being oppressed, and there's little that we're going to do about it because we are disunited. It's about time that people of African descent, whether you're in Germany, whether you are in Britain, whether you're in Africa, whether you're in Accra, Ghana, whether you are in West Papua, now is the time for us to come together and realize that we must unite or else perish together like fools. Unity is very critical in ensuring that we sustain this struggle for racial justice and ensure that people of African descent are given the same kind of human rights. For years now, we've been battling for West Papua to be given the kind of attention that it deserves, for the indigenous people to be given their full human rights. West Papua, as you know, they've been under brutal Indonesian occupation for more than 58 years. And the United Nations, the so-called human rights, they continue ignoring the crisis in West Papua just because it's Black people that are suffering. It's Black people being brutalized on a daily basis by Indonesian military. We need to put an end the atrocities against people of African descent. The global systematic racism against people of African descent has to come to an end. And we have to hold the German government accountable so that they can stop acts of racism and discrimination against people of African descent. There's a lot of racism in Germany, and just that media doesn't talk much about it. That is really worrying, considering the number of Africans living in Germany and the number of Africans that are living in Europe. We must unite against these injustices, call them out so that these countries that claim to be leading the struggle for human rights begin walking the talk. On this day, we join the family of Oury Jalloh in calling for justice in demanding for accountability from German government, and we demand answers to what happened, because the brutal nature in which Oury Jalloh was lynched, tied to a mattress, set on fire in a police station. These are things that one would never imagine that they'll take place in a police station, let alone a European police station, because the European countries claim to be leaders in human rights, but yet it has taken 17 years for them to bring justice to the family of Oury Jalloh, to come openly and speak about it, and hold these perpetrators accountable. It shows that racism is so much tolerated, such that when it inflicts pain on us, they don't see it. It will take maybe another 100 years for them to see what they've done now, so that they can begin now claiming to apologize. We must unite against these injustices, and demand for equal respect, equal human rights for people of African descent. Christopher, you're saying, how are you there, brother? I'm doing very well. Africa will rise again. Justin, you're saying, yes, for real. Ole watching from Nairobi, Kenya. And then you have Melinda watching from Brazil. Thank you very much for watching. You can watch. You can read more information about this case on Wikipedia link that I've shared, and my hope that you're going to add your voices in demanding justice for Oury Jalloh, demanding justice for people of African descent that have been lynched by police officers, be it in America, be it in Europe. There are so many of them, such that one would take several months counting. There's so many Black people that have been killed by law enforcement in the US, in Europe, and this has to come to an end. We must unite against these injustices, forward towards a unified and independent Africa, forward towards a United States of Africa, which brings people of African descent to collaborate and to work together to solve the challenges that we are facing in 21st century. Thank you very much for joining. We say Black Lives Matter. We call justice for Oury Jalloh. Once again, we join the Black Community Coalition for Justice and Self-Defense in championing for human rights for people of African descent living in Germany. We demand justice for Oury Jalloh, and we hope that this is going to inspire many of you to stand to protect and defend the human rights for people of African descent, whether they're in Germany, whether in West Papua, whether they're in Australia. People of African descent, wherever they are, they deserve equal human rights, equal respect, and their dignity must be respected. Thank you for tuning